What are you made of? This is not a philosophical question, guys. I mean, literally, what's inside of you? Let's take a proper look under the hood. At the very heart of you, you guessed it, is your heart. That's probably why the expression exists. Anyways, your heart is your engine. This fist-sized muscle sits in your chest and pumps blood non-stop, 24/7. It moves oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and whatever chaos you have stirred up from that energy drink all around your body. There are 4 chambers which have one job: to keep you alive. The neighbors of your heart are your lungs, and there are 2 of them. These balloon-like organs inflate and take oxygen from the air every time you inhale. They then toss out carbon dioxide from your body when you exhale, which is basically gas you don't need in your body in excess, otherwise it turns poisonous for you. A little lower than these balloons we have liver. This is your detox center. It filters your blood, breaks down alcohol and drugs, stores vitamins, and makes bile to help digest fat. And yes, it can regenerate. You could cut off a chunk and it would grow back. It's kind of like a lizard's tail, but way more impressive, of course. Right next to your liver is the pancreas, which is not that impressive, but essential. It makes enzymes to digest your food and also releases insulin to regulate your blood sugar. If your pancreas stops doing its thing, you could end up with diabetes or major digestion issues. It's a shy organ, but really powerful. Now down south we have a stomach, which is basically a stretchy bag of acid. It churns your food into mush with stomach acid and enzymes. And that acid we talked about is quite strong. Strong as in can dissolve metal strong. Your stomach lining just happens to be tough enough to not melt itself. From there, the mushy food goes into your small intestine, which is really a misleading name because it's about 6 meters long. It is your nutrient absorption highway. Everything your body needs, including protein, fats, carbs, and vitamins, gets absorbed here. Then, whatever's left gets passed to the large intestine. And the large intestine is the bouncer. It does not absorb nutrients, it just takes back water and electrolytes. It also compacts your waste into poop. Yes, we are going there. It's part of the system. Then there are 2 kidneys on the backside of your body. These bean-shaped organs filter your blood by pulling out toxins, waste, and extra fluid, which they send to your bladder as urine. Your kidneys filter your entire blood supply around 50 times a day. Speaking of the bladder, it is a muscular sac that holds your pee until you are near a toilet. It's the final stop for liquid waste. Along the way, we forgot about a tiny organ near your pancreas. It's the spleen. It is a forgotten cousin in the organ family, but deserves a shout-out. The spleen recycles old red blood cells, helps store white blood cells, and fights off bacteria. You can live without it, but your immune system will not be as good without it. Now, do you know what's the biggest organ of your body? It's the skin. Yes, your skin is technically an organ. It's your first line of defense. If we had to explain it in 3 words, we might use waterproof, stretchy, and regenerating. It's a barrier that keeps your guts from falling out. Let's take a moment to talk about sex organs too. Testes in males, ovaries in females. They produce sex organs and gametes, which are basically sperm or eggs. And now the brain, the actual you. You are not your body, you are your brain and your spinal cord. Everything else is just support staff. Your brain runs everything: thinking, memory, emotion, movement, sleep, language, perception. It weighs about 3 pounds and has over 80 billion neurons firing off messages constantly. If the brain says jump, the body jumps, unless your spinal cord gets cut, in which case it doesn't. The spinal cord is like the messenger. It connects your brain to the rest of your body like an internet cable. It carries motor commands down and sensory information up to the brain. We also have our eyes, right? These are technically part of the brain. They capture light, flip it, and send it to the visual cortex. Ears convert sound waves into signals. A tongue that is covered in taste buds that helps you judge if something is tasty or not. Your nose detects thousands of smells, which are really just molecules invading your sinuses. We cannot skip the bones. Your skeleton is there to keep you from collapsing into a puddle. But it also stores calcium, makes blood cells, and protects your squishy parts. You also have 12 sets of ribs, which is your literal armor for your lungs and heart. If you think we miss muscles, well, they are not technically organs. They are tissues, unless we are talking about large skeletal muscles. For example, your diaphragm is a muscle which lets you breathe by helping your lungs fill up and empty out. Let's close with a weird organ, the appendix. We were taught that it's useless, but that's so wrong. The appendix actually houses good bacteria and helps reboot your gut after an infection. Still, it might randomly try to kill you, so the most dramatic organ award goes to this one. So what are you really made of? An overachieving brain in a fluid-filled meat vehicle with bones smashed into it? That's the answer to my first question. And that's the end of today's video. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe for more quick and casual explanations. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.